All right, we're back with the SC2L. Thanks again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We do appreciate it. Tonight's match is Team Root against Team Complexity Dignitas. If you missed the first match after this broadcast and not too long thereafter, you can check out the VODs at SC2L.gg. And do check out our title sponsor, D-Link. Thank you guys to them as well. All right, Sean, we've got Targa against Cats. I'm hitting the watch button now. What are your thoughts?
Well, these two players are crazy. You know, there's really not a lot of better words to use to describe it. These guys love insane builds, but they're not winged insane builds that they're just coming up with on the fly. These players play massive amounts of hours. They're really fastidious about studying all the possible variants of it and figuring out the best times to not do the sort of crazy styles, which is what excites me so much. It's stability and unorthodox play all rolled into one for both of these guys.
Sean, we found the bad connection. Keep speaking your beautiful voice.
Check, check, banana, kiwi, backflip, deodorant, drywall, building.
And it's fixed.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Down in the bottom left-hand corner. Spawning from Team Dignitas is the German/Australian player, Targa. And up in the top right-hand corner, the captain of Root Gaming. It is none other than the mad scientist himself, Root Cats. And
One second, Sean, this is awkward. I'll be joining you in a second.
Wait,
right.
Did I say German? Oh my god, I meant to say Norwegian.
Did you say something?
Daisies. Yeah, man. We got the Norwegian player Targa. Oh, excuse me, I called him German. Is that not?
All right. You know what? I'm going to pause this real quick.
Game paused.
And I know if you can hear me, Sean, just 1 second. I know this is incredibly awkward. One of the headsets or headphones just died, literally. So rather than do this on air,
oh my god, the headphones died. Well, in other
we might go to
exciting
commercial
news,
break real quick while we try to fix this.
We're going to commercial.
And Sean, give us the second best introduction you've done for this game ever. Ever. And we do have a ZVZ here. Cats did opt for the hatch first at 15 supply, but he didn't waste too much time to go. This. There's no audio for you?
Apparently not.
What does that mean? They can't hear you at all?
That's right.
Conrad says you might be good now. Can people hear you now?
Guys, you can hear me. Type double banana hand. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay.
You know what? Let's do the third introduction. Spawning down in the bottom left corner is a bejudeler, half Norwegian, half Australian, primarily manly man, known as Dignitas' Targa.
Yes!
And spawning up in the top right-hand corner, every time I see him, I give him a little wink and he winks back because he knows how to run a team. It is Root Gaming's Cats, the captain of Root Gaming.
And Sean, that was actually your best introduction yet, so people, you missed out on nothing at all. Got a ZVZ on our hands. Cats opted for the hatch first. Flipperooski on Targa. Targa went for the spawning pool first, but both the spawning pool and the hatcheries for both these players did go down in a fairly normal fashion, just to, like we said, hatch first versus spawning pool first. Speed upgrade is synced up here for Targa, whereas on the flip side, speed is 10 seconds away from happening. Yeah, about 10 seconds for Cats.
Yeah, and you know, I was saying in my second introduction that I always want to kiss Cats on the cheek every time he tries to take someone else's natural. It's going to be a little hard this game.
Yeah.
For him to do much of anything except sit passive, because as you say, the metabolic boost is a little bit behind. He's just going to have to, stay back, but just because he's staying defensive doesn't mean he's not going to be doing something mind-blowing later on, Jeff.
Exactly. Both these players are pretty eager to get aggression initiated. They're You know, I would say, I mean, we've been saying this for a while, but Cat's less so than he used to be. He was kind of known to be a super gimmicky, super cheesy and aggressive Zerg player, and he's really calmed himself down. He still does his crazy mad scientist stuff, but he'll back it up with some strong macro gameplay that some people, I guess, just don't expect. We do have a couple of Lings scouting out, so both players have done this. They've perused their opponent's base. No surprises here just yet.
Yeah.
Baneling Nest about to finish up for Targa, though, a little bit earlier.
Ooh, Targa is also doing a nice round of Lings right as his speed finishes. I mean, we talk a lot about speed coming up early and late, but you got to keep in mind there's these odd windows for Zerg where it's a 40-second time length for those for the larva to pop off. So the fact that Targa's able to time this so well, really, really fantastic. And Rude Cat's mad scientist. Banelings look like they're going to be popping out a little late.
Yeah, a little bit late is correct. The Lings go right in there. They're going to get at least, well, they need to make up their mind. They're kind of going after drones, then they went after the Queen, now kind of drones again. They actually haven't done that much damage. And by that much damage, Sean, I mean none. They actually killed 0 drones, and I feel like that's almost an opportunity to waste. A couple of Banelings trading themselves out here, but Targa's got more.
Targa's looking in really good shape. He's droning behind this. He's going to maintain the drone lead. A violent connection. Now, this is certainly below typical mad scientist standards.
Yeah.
Calling him the mad scientist. I mean, he has like a self-aware potato he does his research with. I mean, he's crazy, right? And all he's done thus far is play standard and lose those drones. But of course, this is the time when a lot of Zerg players in Cat's position will crumble. But Cat's is already doing a smart transition. Okay, he might not be ahead in economy, but he's going to try to get ahead on time. He's throwing down that evolution chamber to get that +1 upgrade right away.
Sean, look at Targa, man. Is he crazy? He's still... I mean, that's 9 Banelings, and... I mean, he must think Cats is going bananas here, because I'll be honest with you. Whoop, nice detonation there with that Baneling. But Targa's got vision of the front of Cats' base, and I feel like he just overmade on Banelings and Lings, to be honest with you. We got 12 more Lings coming out.
Yeah, wow.
Targa's chasing ghosts right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, if you overbuild in this matchup, you can always dovetail that into an attack. That's why I love so much the Cat's got this early Evo chamber. As long as it starts upgrading now, this is a great way to get ahead in these fights where it's difficult to judge if you are on the defense or on the offense. Really cool play.
He's just walking him across. You're exactly right, Sean. Good prediction there. He did overmake him, I felt, but he's going to turn that into an aggression that'll force Cats to make comparable amounts of units. Another detonation there on the ramp. Gets a few Zerglings. Cats, again, playing very defensive here. He's got a Roach Warren coming in. A couple of Banelings making their waddling way up into that the top of the ramp. They don't see anything. And actually, you know what? With the defenses that are arrayed here, I feel like Targa says, okay, you were prepared. That's fine. I'll go ahead and back away now. But he's going to go after this third.
Yeah, I mean, the third's a good choice. He's going to turn this third expansion attempt into hopefully some hatchery confetti just splattered all around that location. There's not a lot of Zerglings in production either for Cats at this point. So, I mean, it looks like that Queen is going to be enough in production. No, wow, Cats actually is going to get that up.
Yeah. Hatch does finish. It's at low health, though, but without much of a follow-up from Target just yet. I don't know that hatchery is in any kind of real danger just yet. Target going for the +1 range attack. He does have all 4 of his gases. His own third is going down, although quite a bit later. And he's getting Roach speed, which I do imagine that Cats will... Well, actually, as I say that, I don't know, I did that bad caster thing where I started speaking without checking. Cats is actually quite a bit behind in layer tech here.
Yeah, I mean, what edge does Cats have right now? Theoretically, it should be upgrades, but he started his +1 late. There's just not a lot of good angles. And oh god, the Baneling's getting picked off so hard. I mean, this is just a catastrophe for Cats. I mean, at least Targa's counter-aggression forced some answers from Cats, but I mean, this one, Cats is just wandering in. He's basically abandoned the attack, and he's like, I hope I see anything useful in the main. And he's going to see more roaches than he bargained for.
Turned into like a 12 Zergling scout force is what they ended up doing. I mean, they took out like a sixth of the health in the hatchery, but that's negligible. It'll get healed up before any kind of meaningful fight ever happens there again. Spinecrawler for Cats does come down to the low ground and will be anchored there. He's starting up his own Roach speed. He's getting for he's actually going for double Evo Chamber upgrades. And his carapace is even behind the +1 range attack for Targa. So Targa...
How's he going to do this?
He's about to hit a sick timing, isn't he?
Ooh, this is going to be really dirty. I mean, Cats does have 62 drones, a significant lead over his opponent, but, I mean, in this position, Cats has made himself so vulnerable. He doesn't have speed yet. Targa has speed. He's getting at a really nice angle. Oh my god, are these Queens going to be able to tip the balance? I mean, there's 2 spine crawlers. They're not ready to engage. Target has a superior concave Cat. This is not going to be able to pull really any miracle here. This is just going to go heavily in favor of Targa. Targa did quite a lot of damage in that
Exactly.
attack.
And it's reflecting, I mean, it's actually not reflecting the supply, but those 2 queens going down, that should slow down Cats. If I look at his natural, I see no queen there. If I look at his main, there is a queen there, and there was one as third. So he shouldn't miss much in the way of cycles, but a nice little forward aggression from Targa. Targa's going to revisit the idea, although this time around, Carapace and Speed will finish for Cats, and like you said, he does have those 2 spine crawlers to anchor this attack, so I feel like this is the one Targa initiates and then disengages from, because I don't know that he has a whole lot of promise here.
Yeah, nothing wrong for Targa to move forward with a big pack of units and move back. I mean, this is where things get really interesting in this matchup, where Targa's darting in, he's going to try to pick off this queen and instantly darts out. Really cool. I mean, there's positional advantage, there's the concave advantage, there's the numbers advantage, who has more roaches, there's the upgrade advantage, there's the tech advantage, there's so much going on, and Targa looks like he says, I don't have enough edges going on back home, I actually have to come in here and do some damage, which is kind of a surprising choice. I mean, Cats is actually now 1-1 versus the 1-0 of Targa, and is already ahead in that armor upgrade.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if that makes the difference, because so far he's actually lost several queens as well, so he is dipping a little bit behind in production. But Cat is getting the better concave here, and as you said, Sean, those upgrades should start to shine through. If I look at the Harvester count, they're almost mirror images of each other. Cat is down a single drone, but that's really not a big deal. Cat is actually heading towards Hydralisk Den here, and just now we're seeing more drones coming out from Targa, but previous to that it was all roaches, so it was almost a little bit scary to try to go towards Hydralisk, but I think he'll safely do it.
Yeah, well, Cats can't transition to Hydralisk too quickly. He needs to wait until he's at 150, 160 food. If you transition right now, you just get rolled over by a pack of roaches and begin screaming cheese and hate all things cheese. Even lovely things like cheesecake you start to hate, but that's okay, because it's still an error on your part. Teching to Hydralisk too quickly without enough roaches to back them up is a disaster. So I love this. Look at this. Hydra Den finishes Cats, makes 11 roaches, and then gets groove spined, and then adds on 6 Hydralisks. Very, very smartly done.
Targa so far has been the one to initiate and start the aggression. He's even got a little pocket of roaches up here at the top of the map looking to counterattack should Cats move out, but those Hydras are starting to get added in. 2-2 upgrades are about to finish for Cats, as Carapace upgrade will finish in sync here with the range attack upgrade for Targa, which does still give the 1 upgrade advantage to Cats. Of course, soon to be 2 with his own second attack upgrade to finish here. Cats, he's actually poised to have the better army with the better upgrades, I feel.
That kind of surprises me. I mean, Targa we've seen made sort of 2 fundamental errors this game. One was the way ridiculous overproduction of Banelings and Zerglings need to, and the second one was that attack. Targa does have excellent fundamentals, though, and this is what gets interesting when you get to this max versus max. If Targa chooses to engage right now, he's going to run headlong into way better upgrades, so Targa's going to have to pull some magic, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see where he's going to go with that. He's starting his own Carapace upgrade. He's actually making 4 spine crawlers, which I'm actually kind of curious as to what he's doing with that. I mean, I know it extends his supplies, so maybe that's what he's thinking, but otherwise, he's the guy that's been attacking. It's almost like he's not even aware of the fact that he could be attacked. But as I say that, here comes Cats. Cats has to be careful, though. He's got a little small segment of his roach. They're all going to die here, actually.
That's
they kind
enough.
of rebelliously sighted on the wrong side of this, I don't know, this fountain in the middle of this freaking star station here. This derelict watcher.
Yeah, I mean, superior Hydra numbers for Cats, but he lost those roaches. A lot of the roaches for Cats in the back, as with Targa. Targa's darting forward along the left flank, right flank as well, and oh god, those Hydras are very vulnerable. Those Hydras are going to fall fast if Root Cats doesn't pull some sort of miracle hold. I mean, it looks like the upgrades might be just barely enough, but Targa's eliminating a lot of really high-cost targets. Oh gosh.
I mean, you said it, Sean. You talked about how there's more Hydralisks there for Cats, and Cats just barely escaped with 4 Hydralisks. So, Cats is a little bit behind in supply. Their 4th bases are going down at pretty similar times here.
Yeah.
You can see Targa has those 2 range attack upgrades, but none on the Carapace, whereas it's 2-2 for Cats. So it speaks volumes to how close that was, because Cats he didn't have enough roaches, or the concave wasn't there well enough, because he had the higher DPS both in upgrades and Hydra count, but he didn't have the buffer for the Hydra, so those more expensive units got compromised earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, positioning is so critical in these battles. Hydras are not, it's not just about composition. Hydra Roach will beat Pure Roach if at the right angle, but if the Hydras are exposed, then the Pure Roach army will devastate it. So, I like this transition for Cats. like his little roach counterattacks by Targa. But there's a sort of odd thing where you would think that having a superior worker count is better in this matchup, but it's only better in the mid game. If you get late game, you actually want to have fewer drones because of how much impact a couple of extra units can have.
Right. Yeah, it's not like they have warp gate upgrades. They don't want a gigantic bank, and then you can just simply add, you know, X many gateways and dump it all at one time. There's Zerg players. They need to have the better army composition at that fight. Katz is going to be the guy that's going to fight this next one with Infestors, I feel. I mean, he's moving out right now, which I think's a kind of an anti-timing, because he's got a lot of Infestors and supplies sitting back at home, so I don't quite understand. Okay, he's going to disengage. That's what I thought would happen here. But Targa has no value going up. I mean, there's no second armor upgrade here. There's no Infestors being made. I feel like Katz, once again, is the guy that's getting to the more meaningful composition earlier here.
Yeah, not a lot of use being made out of that northern expansion. That's because Katz has been under some heavy harassment, but he knows that gas is the edge that he really needs right now, not minerals. Targa, I'm sort of surprised is getting minerals at this point. You're not really going to surf to victory on the back of a big wave of minerals coming in the late game. It's all going to have to be the gas income.
I like the way you said that. Surf on the back of a big wave of minerals. I like that imagery.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, ZVZ is totally bodacious. Let's mass minerals. Yeah.
Katz does see that there is a little bit of a roach attack kind of thinking about happening up there, but Target's going to back away from the 12 o'clock aggression. And as time goes on, Katz is the guy that's now starting his hive. I mean, still no infestation pit even for Targa. And his Infestors are getting more energy. Like, I don't want to be a dead horse here, but it's just his army is getting better. Whereas Targa, like you said, he's banking up those minerals, sure, but that's not really that big of a deal.
Well, I mean, I will be a horse with you. I'm not sure what this analogy is all about, but listen, horses are predicting things accurately. A heavy Infestor composition with Hydralisk is going to just wreck this. I mean, this is just perfect. A couple of roaches are in the wrong position right now. And Katz needs to get some good bungles, but that is a horrific concave for Katz. Target set himself up absolutely beautifully, but my God, Bungle Crow did a good spell. Look at the tides turn.
Yeah.
Oh, Rude Katz, of course, the tidal wave of minerals coming in his direction, easily thwarts it with his beach wall.
And we do have the response. Both players making close to 30 roaches. But Katz is the guy that came out so far ahead in that fight. A little bit of a roach counterattack up at the 12 o'clock base, but like you said, that was not even really being mined in terms for its minerals that much at all. These Infestors do want to be careful. They don't have Burrow, so if this early production cycle can... no. I mean, I wanted to make it sound interesting, but I feel like, yeah, the Infestors are going to duck out of here. And with the resupply coming in, it looks like this is Katz's game.
Look at that line of blue. Katz marches right on in.
Yeah.
And if you're a Zerg player, that's always a terrifying moment when you're convinced, oh my god, with a little bit better control, I got this, yeah, I defended it, and then the extra 30 roaches come in.
And that's when you realize you don't have it. You're like, oh, no, I'm dead. Targa, unfortunately, is getting out-teched. His third is now a worker rebellion, but that doesn't really do much in the way of changing his destiny. Katz still producing more and more roaches. They're streaming over. Very intelligently, he actually took his relatively low-energy Infestors and put them on the back corner. And that's going to do it. Katz takes the game over Targa, which means Team Root is up 2-0 over Complexity Dignitas.
I'm slightly disappointed that we didn't get to see any insanity out of Katz, but, you know, this is, I think, one of the perfect games to highlight why Katz is a successful player and, you know, more importantly, a successful team captain that in the midst of a lot of pressure, correctly identified a way to maneuver ahead. And although it was a very standard one, it was executed brilliantly. The upgrade lead, getting the Hydralisk better, defending, having superior concaves. I mean, twice a better tech transition. First up to Hydras and then up to Infestors. Managing his economy properly. That was really slick by Katz.
It was just, like you said, a straight-up standard game. Katz playing on that standard account. It's almost like his alternate personality. No gimmick here. He just teched a little bit better, upgraded a little bit better, and handled himself at least equally as well as Targa. Targa was the aggressor all game long, and for a moment there, it was looking like he might be able to break Katz when he got that big engagement in the middle of the field, but Katz just had too much going for him. So Team Root is up 2-0. That's going to bring us to Puck for Team Root against Select from Team Complexity Dignitas. Will it be a 3-0 start for Team Root, or will Select be able to sup-sun Team Root and get them on the board? We'll have to see after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.